Hello friends, welcome to my channel Go Digit. Today in this video we will learn the assembly process in Dynamics 365 Business Central. So to begin with this assembly process, first of all we have to set up the item master in the system. So this is the item list, and to create a new assembly item I'll click on new and select the standard template as item retail here and click OK. Now it has generated one item number in the system. I'll put the description as assembly item. Okay. Now just scroll it down, and here I will maintain the standard cost as, let's say, 500. Okay. Now the basic difference in the assembly item is that in the replenishment tab we have to set up the replenishment system field not as purchase but as assembly. So this suggests the system that this item is not a regular or purchase or production item but an assembly item. Okay. Apart from that, here in the assembly subsection we have to change the assembly, we have to select the assembly policy. For example, the default policy is coming here as assemble to stock, but if we want we can change it to assemble to order. In this video we will learn about the assemble to stock policy, then in the next video we will learn about the assemble to order policy. Okay. So the basic difference between assemble to stock policy and assemble to order policy is that while if you would like to maintain a stock in your inventory or standard stock in your inventory, then you can select assemble to stock. But if you don't like to maintain the inventory in your plant but wants to assemble this product only when you receive any sales order from your customer, then you can select assemble to order. Okay. Now there is another field called assembly bomb, and it is currently referred as new. But because we are making an assembly item, which means that this is not we can create it directly, but we will make this item with the help of some another item. So with that case we will click here in the assembly bomb, and here we can we must have to select an item through which we will generate this new item, which is 70061. Okay. For this case I'll create a new item, click OK, and here I will write the name as assembly bomb item. Okay. Now this item I'll change the cost to 100. Okay. And that's it. In this item we don't need to change the replenishment system as assembly, because this is a secondary item and which we will purchase it from outside, and then we will make our assembly item. So this is only purchase and click OK. So that's it. Now here in the quantity part we have to define that how much quantity we want in order to create our main item, which is 70061. So let's say we need two quantity of this new assembly bomb item in order to create assembly item. So now that's it. Just go back again, and here now you can see that assembly bomb is turns to yes. Okay. Moreover, you can click on navigate, and in the bill of materials section you can check assembly as assembly bomb, and here we can see that 70062 is the component item which we need in order to create our assembly item. Okay. So now when we have already set up our item master, let's create an assembly order in the system. Click on search and start typing assembly order. Click here. To create a new assembly order, click on new. Generate a number for your assembly order, and here in the item number mention your main assembly item, which is, in our case, it is 70061. Okay, and now in this quantity field we must have to mention that how much quantity we would like to assemble here. So let me say I need only one quantity. So now it is giving me a warning that the quantity on inventory is not sufficient to cover the net change in inventory. Just click yes, that yes, I want to record this quantity. Okay, now it is saying that quantity to assemble is automatically turned to 1, remaining quantity is 1, assembled quantity is 0. Why? Because we still have not posted this order to generate an inventory of this main assembly item. Okay, in the line we can already see that system by default created a component item line here, that in order to generate our main item we need this item, and also how many quantities we would like to purchase to create this item is 2, because in the main section while we were creating an item, there we mentioned that we need 2 quantities of item number 70062 in order to create one quantity of item 70061. Okay, but as we can see it is showing here assembly availability warning as yes, because we have no we have zero inventory of 70062, right? So in order to purchase two quantities of this 70062 item, first we will go to this item and post the purchase journal in order to increase the inventory, or let me post the purchase order. It's not showing here as okay, here item journal, and here we will select 70062. Okay, location code can be blank, quantity will be input here as 2, and unit amount will be 100. Okay, now just post this and click on yes. So now we can click on let me check here in the navigate in the order section. Okay, yes, in the actions just click on refresh lines and yes, and that's it. Now availability warning is blank, which means that now we already having the 2 quantity in our inventory for this component item. Okay, so that's it. Now our assembly order is generated successfully. All we need is to post this order, sorry. To post this order, click on posting and click on post. We want to post the order. So when I click on yes, then what will system do? System will decrease system will decrease the 2 quantities of this from the inventory of this item, but increase the inventory of this item by 1. Okay, so let's see. Just click on posting and click on post, and yes, so that's it. Now my assembly order is posted, and let's go back to our item. Let me filter our item by number S70061 and 70062. Okay, and now we have to check, sorry, now we have to, now I'm sorry, now let me click here and check its ledger. To check its ledger, click on, go on navigate, and history, entries, and ledger entries. And here we can see that system post a line of assembly consumption of quantity 2. This means that system already reduced the 2 quantity from our inventory for this item, and where it actually used, here in this item. If I click here and go on navigate, history, entries, and ledger entries, then what we can see, system created an item ledger entry of entry type assembly output. Assembly output suggests that this inventory has been increased via process of assembly order and not from any purchase journal or purchase order. Okay, the quantity is showing here as 1. So through this we have now understand the concept of assembly order and its working in the Dynamics 365 Business Central. Okay, in the next part of this video we will learn the concept of assembly, assemble to order. Okay, and in that video we will learn that how we, what are the configuration changes which we have to made in the master, item master, in order to uh, generate an inventory only when we receive an order from our customer. Okay, so guys, if you like this video, just click the like button and hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much.